Hello, dear listener. Have you ever learned something that completely changed the way you see the world? For me, that something was English. Stay with me to the end, and I'll tell you how learning English not only opened new doors for me, but also changed who I am inside. When I was younger, I was shy and quiet. I lived in a small town where almost no one spoke English. We had English classes at school, but most of us were afraid to speak. The teacher would ask a question in English, and the whole class went silent. I remember thinking, if I speak, they'll laugh at me. So I stayed quiet. But deep inside, I wanted more. I wanted to understand movies, songs, and people from other countries. I wanted to travel. I wanted to express myself, not just in my own language, but in the language the world understands. One day, I watched an interview of a famous person speaking fluent English. I didn't understand every word, but I understood the confidence. That was the first moment I thought, I want to speak like that. At first, I didn't know where to start. I opened an old grammar book, but honestly, it was boring. I memorized words, but I forgot them the next day. It felt impossible. Maybe you felt that too, that English is too big, too hard, too far from you. But trust me, it isn't. Then, one day, I heard a phrase that changed my mindset. Don't learn English to be perfect. Learn it to connect. That line hit me deeply. I realized that English is not just about grammar, it's about communication. So I started small. Every morning, I would look in the mirror and say simple sentences. Things like, "Good morning, how are you today?" Or, "I feel great." It felt funny at first, but it helped me feel more natural. If you're learning English, you can try this too. Speak to yourself. Repeat after me. I can do this. I can speak English. The first useful phrase I learned was step by step. It means doing something slowly but continuously. Every time I felt frustrated, I reminded myself, step by step, I'm getting better. I began to listen to English songs and watch movies with subtitles. I didn't understand everything, but I kept going. One day, I noticed I was understanding small parts, a sentence here, a joke there, and that made me so happy. That's when I learned my second useful phrase, little by little. It means progress comes slowly, but it comes. Months passed, and something magical happened. One day, a foreign tourist came to my city and asked for directions. No one understood him, but I did. I was nervous, but I tried to speak. My voice was shaking, my heart was beating fast, but I said, "Go straight and turn right." He smiled and said, "Thank you." That simple thank you felt like a trophy. I was so proud of myself. That was the first real conversation I ever had in English. It was short, but it gave me confidence. After that, I started talking to more people online. At first, I made many mistakes. I said things like, "I am interesting," instead of "I am interested." People corrected me kindly, and I learned something important. Making mistakes is not failure, it's progress. Here's a phrase I love. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. If you're learning English, remember that. Every mistake you make is a small step towards success. Sometimes I wanted to give up. I felt like I wasn't improving. But then I reminded myself why I started. I wanted to connect with people, to understand the world, to grow. So I continued. I joined an online English group where people from all over the world shared their stories. I met friends from Brazil, Japan, and Turkey. We all spoke English, not perfectly, but from the heart. One night, we were talking about dreams. I said, my dream is to become confident in English and maybe travel abroad. They said, you already sound confident. That night, I couldn't sleep. I felt something new, pride, not just for my English, but for the person I was becoming. I started thinking in English. I began to write my thoughts in English, even my shopping lists. English became a part of my daily life. It wasn't just a subject anymore, it was a bridge between me and the world. Then came the biggest turning point. I got the chance to apply for an international job. The interview was in English. At first, I was terrified. I thought, what if I forget the words? But then I remembered my mirror practice, my small steps, and my favorite phrase, step by step. During the interview, my hands were shaking, but I spoke from my heart. I said, I may not speak perfect English, but I'm passionate and I'm learning every day. The interviewer smiled. 2 weeks later, I got the job. That moment changed everything. That's when I truly understood the power of English. It didn't just give me a better job, it gave me confidence, courage, and connection. I realized that English isn't just a language, it's a key that opens doors to opportunities, friendships, and dreams. And now, when I speak to someone from another country and they understand me, it feels magical. It feels like the world is smaller and friendlier. So if you're learning English, please don't give up. Remember, step by step, little by little, practice makes progress, and mistakes are proof that you're trying. Keep learning, keep believing. One day, you'll realize English didn't just help you speak, it helped you grow. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to LifeTalk English.